Hey everybody, Kristen here, sports dietitian, certified personal trainer, and founder of Elite Nutrition Performance. And so school is in full swing now, and most kids are back to school, maybe not all of them, but if you have a student athlete who is back in school and has already started practices, you're gonna wanna watch this video and figure out how you can fuel your athlete properly for those times when they have practice right after school, or they have a little bit of time in between school and practice that they can get some nutrition into their bodies. So this is kind of a hard time because if kids are not going home after school to eat something, they need to have something available with them at school that they can use to fuel their body for their training session. So what we're looking at is something that is quick and easy and portable. And really what you want to look for is something that is higher in carbohydrates and either a little bit of protein or a little bit of fat. You don't want something that's a ton of fat or a ton of protein, like a protein shake or a, I don't know, cheeseburger or something along those lines, because what happens is then that slows down the digestion of that particular food. And so you're not getting as much nutrition or energy to your working muscles as quickly. So we really want to focus primarily on carbohydrates and either a little bit of protein or a little bit of fat, and that will help to time release the nutrition out of their food or the energy out of their food. So what we have here are several examples that you can provide your young athlete to take to school with them. So I'm just going to kind of go through the list here, and you can actually combine some of these depending on what their training level looks like, you know, if it's a male or a female, or if they have an intense session or not. So, you know, the higher intensity it is, or, you know, the more calories that they are going to require, you're going to want to combine some of these things. So first off, we have just an applesauce pouch. There's lots of different varieties of these. This is just a plain old applesauce, you know, nothing special to it. But this is really good for anybody that has a sensitive stomach because it's more liquid. It's going to sit more quick or more easy on the stomach, and it's going to get digested a lot more quickly. So it's not going to be, you know, some heavy food product that might upset their stomach. If you do have an athlete that is okay with a little bit more food and requires a little bit more food, or even has a little bit more time in between school and their training session, you can actually do something like peanut butter. So peanut butter on either an apple or a banana is a great one, or you could go ahead and do a peanut butter and jelly or a peanut butter and honey sandwich on 2 slices of bread. I would suggest actually doing a low fiber bread here, just because high fiber could really upset your stomach right before a training session goes, and also that would slow down the digestion of their food. So I would actually go with a white bread at this point in time. Save all the whole grain breads for other time during the day. Another option is doing a granola bar. So this is just a knockoff Nature Valley bar, but really there's lots of different options as far as granola bar goes. You could do Lara bars, you could do Luna bars, Go Macro bars, any of those would work great. And any flavor is really fine, whatever they prefer. Trail mix is another great one because this has a combination of protein from the nuts and some fat from the nuts, but also high in carbohydrates because of the dried fruit that's in there. And this one also has coconut flakes in there. So just whatever they like is fine. So doing a couple handfuls of this, and it actually is pretty calorie dense as well, so that can help to stay with them a little bit longer. If they just like nuts and they need some extra salt, doing some salty nuts is a great option as well. And this is something where you can compare the nuts with like the applesauce pouch. That would be a good combination. If they need some extra protein, doing some beef jerky is a great option. And again, I would pair this with something. I would not do a ton of beef jerky. Just an ounce is sufficient. That's about 9 grams. Yeah, 9 grams of protein there. So you can pair this with maybe one of these granola bars. That would be a good option as well. And if they need the extra calories, you could do the applesauce pouch as well. Another option that I really like and my kids really like is doing just these muffins. These are applesauce muffins, and I can post the recipe for these below. And so this is a great combination of carbohydrates, a little bit of protein in there, and I do actually make this with whole grain flour. So there is going to be a little bit of fiber in here, but it's not too much, so this would be fine. And you can actually do a applesauce muffin with some peanut butter on top, and that would be a great snack. So any of these options would work. I think it really just boils down to getting the right combination of nutrients for your child. So remember, carbohydrates and a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, not much fiber here. but also figuring out what they like and what works with their taste preferences. So this is going to require a little bit of trial and error, but it should not take a whole lot of, weeks upon weeks to figure this out. Give it a good week or two and you'll get into an easy routine. But of course, if you need help with this and you have no idea what to feed your student athlete, feel free to reach out to me. You can either set up a free consultation so we can talk about how I can help you with that, or you can also download my free report or my free book that I offer to you, which is how to fuel your body properly, and that is available on my website, and I will post the link for that as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great start to your school year.